Hi, I'm Kate Powers, author of A Garden of Gratitude, Sowing Seeds of Thankfulness. And I'm here to tell you the origin story of how this journal came to be. There was a time while I was getting divorced, I was pregnant with my son. My daughter was 4 years old, and I had not been planning to be in a situation that required divorce. No one gets married expecting to get divorced, or not most people. But alas, that's where I found myself. And during that time, my daughter and I had a lot of very big, intense emotions. And I started having trouble sleeping. Would minimize it a bit. I wasn't sleeping. And I came to understand that we were beginning some routines that would not serve us in the future. I knew we needed to make a shift, and I had done a lot of personal development around shifting from negative thought cycles to positive thought cycles, to understanding the power of positivity, but not in just think happy thoughts, not in that way, but in the sense of not ruminating on the negativity, not ruminating overwhelm, not staying in the cycle of chaos, of emotional chaos. I started the process to support shifting us out of that emotional chaos we were in. One of the things I did, for myself and for my daughter, was we went to therapy. We asked for help. I asked for help. I talked to my doctor. I had a therapist. I got a lawyer. I did what I could to create a protective circle around me and around my child, my children, knowing that I did not have that I was in emotional upheaval, and that I was not necessarily capable of making the best decisions for myself. And in order to create a future for my family, I needed people who were going to be protective of us. That was part of what I did. Another part of what I did was understanding that yes, we needed to process these big negative feelings, the heartbreak, the hurt, the not understanding. But we also needed to focus on the moments of good in our everyday lives. I started a practice. I found it in the work I had done. I did not make this up, but focusing on during dinner time, tell me 3 good things that happened today at school, whatever the activities were. And we would have to find 3 good things about our day and share them with each other. And sometimes those 3 things came from having dinner together, right? We liked the food we were eating. Sometimes we didn't. Sometimes that's not what we found good about our day. But we made it a practice, and we got better at it. And we started looking across our day and noticing more, noticing when good moments happened. I initiated a bedtime routine, focusing on 3 things we were grateful for. Again, sometimes those things were those moments we shared together right then. Or I remember some of mine were, I was grateful that she had a good day, that she had fun at school. And taking the time to make that a daily practice. And it became something we looked forward to during our time of healing. People have, in the years since then, that was a long time ago now, have said that I look for silver linings, that I always tend to look on the bright side of a situation or can find the benefit in hard times or moments or situations. And it's not that I'm downplaying, it's more that I am open to both can be true at the same time. You can be having a very challenging time in your life, and things can be very hard. And it can feel everything's coming at you, stacked against you, that you can't get out from under. And you can find moments that were good. You can find moments to be grateful for. I am still grateful for coffee. That hasn't changed. I'm grateful every day for coffee. And sometimes I would say coffee every single day, and that's okay. While I acknowledge that this is not the end all and that absolutely this is but it can be a piece of a process to support shifting from negative ruminating, from focusing on all of what's hard and starting to add in some of what's good. I hope you'll join me in starting this practice.